This is Jilliana Ranicar-Breese, and I'm back for the final part of the interview with Hakan. This is part 3. Now, go ahead and tell me about you, the man, as a writer, your journey to become a writer and a poet, and you've published 5 books. Tell me about your work.
Yeah, actually, I understood that when I write, I feel myself very happy. Without writing, I cannot live. When I understood this,
me too.
yeah, it's wonderful. You understand me. I mean, because you're also a writer, and without writing, I cannot describe myself. I cannot
You can't
explain
function.
anything.
Yes,
Let me give
you're
you an example.
expressing yourself.
Definitely. Let me give you an example. For example, I know English, but I know Turkish as well, and I know Italian. I mean, my Italian is actually the 3rd language, so it's maybe upper intermediate or something like this. But in every language I speak, writing is better than my speaking, and even comprehension, even reading. So writing is extremely important. Let me give you another example. I do believe that, this is my idea, my personal opinion. I believe that a person shouldn't make any mistake in writing, but I can make many mistakes in speaking.
What do you mean by mistakes?
Well, for example, we're speaking, and I can make literal mistakes, comprehension mistakes, or pronunciation, or I can use a wrong word. So you correct me, and then the conversation goes on. But writing
but
is
when you write, you're thinking about what you're writing.
Okay.
Yes.
Any book cannot say I understand you, so I can correct this sentence. So book is written, or any text is written, and that's it. So writing must be excellent, and there must be an excellence in writing. So that's why when I understand,
Well, it has to be edited, of course.
Sure, but I mean, what I mean, the text shows the character, professionality, and the other aspects of the writer. But speaking is different. I can speak with a humor, or I can speak very seriously. But when you write it, it must be an identity, even if I have problems with identities. But there must be an identity of the text.
Well, one thing I've always said is I write as I say, and I say as I write.
Definitely. It's very good phrase. So and mean many things.
I wrote that.
Definitely.
I spoke that, and I wrote that.
Yeah. So I began to write in 2 roads. One road is always my professionality, like branding. For example, now I'm writing a book about branding. Textbook, definitely. And for example, it's about all brands are mortal. Yeah. All brands are mortal. So the brands are not immortal, even if they are 200 years. They must be very careful to live more and more. And the other ones, actually, not textbooks, it's novels and poems. It's about creativity. And when I find a concept which is creative for myself, for example, in Queen of Cities, there are 4 people and 2 nationalities, and 1 man and 1 woman actually had fallen in love with each other. One of them is Byzantine, and the other one is Turkish. And after 500 years, the Turkish girl reborn as a Greek woman, and the Byzantine captain reborn as a Turkish man. So I mean, there are 2 characters, but 4 personalities.
That sounds like a movie.
Yeah,
sounds like a movie.
Yeah. Actually, I wrote in the beginning
a screenplay.
Yeah, definitely. It was a synopsis and scenario.
Yes.
In the beginning, then I canceled it, and I said it's going to be a book, and I rewrote it.
Has it been published?
Yes, actually published 2 times.
Twice.
Twice.
In
sorry.
Turkish.
In Turkish.
Okay.
And so there's a concept, but the concept is citizenship rather than nationality.
And the other books, what are they about?
The other book is about.
Because you said you'd written 5 books.
5 books. The other book is about a Z generation.
The what?
Z generation.
Oh, this is
Zero
to do with Led Zeppelin.
No. Zero generation. It's a generation name. Zero generation is the new generation people who started to born after 2000. So this is the new generation, and I wrote a book about Z generation. The name of the book is Z, the Last Man. So this is actually another book, and I wrote a book about strategy. The name of the book is actually Strategy for everyone who is struggling, fighting, and giving a fight in market, in life, whatever. So it was actually a book combining the ideas of Chinese general Sun Tzu and Italian philosopher Niccolo Machiavelli. So I combined their thoughts and ideas, and I wrote a book about strategy. The other two books, actually, one of them is about advertising, and the last one is about advertising strategy, not the strategy in general.
So how many novels as opposed to textbooks then?
Actually, one novel,
Yes.
no, one novel,
Yes.
and 4 textbooks. That generation
okay,
is also
okay.
a textbook.
What about your poems? Have they been published?
Yes, but it wasn't a poem book.
Oh, an
My poems
anthology.
Yeah.
In an anthology.
In an anthology. It was just, in the novel. In the novel.
Oh, you
yeah,
put the poem in the novel.
Definitely.
I see. I see.
I put my poems in the novels. I have one novel published,
Yes.
and there is another one coming.
Okay.
Which is, the Immortal Cat. This Immortal Cat.
Oh,
novel.
the Immortal Cat.
Definitely.
I've
And my-
written about teddies as well.
Teddies, that's right.
Yes, yes.
And my new poems, will be in this book.
Okay, Turkish people are usually pretty crazy about cats.
They are actually. I'm
I
as
know,
well. I
I
have
know.
always had cats. I still have,
Yeah?
and I will definitely. I know that I will be in
Do
the
you keep
future.
a cat in Istanbul as well as in England?
I took my cats to England.
Well, you got him a passport.
They do have. They do have.
That's right. How many cats have you got?
Two Persian.
cats.
Two Persian.
Oh, Persian.
They are
Oh,
very
right.
cool.
Very, very classy.
Very classy and cool.
An aristocat.
Definitely.
Yes. What are the
Definitely.
names?
One of them is bulut in Turkish, which is in English cloud.
Cloud.
Yeah,
Lovely.
and the other one is püskül. How can I translate it? Püskül is, you have some, you have a part of a carpet, the side of the carpet. You have some kind of, stuff. It's called püskül. I don't know how to call it in English.
Okay. Well, my cat's called Neko. Neko is Japanese for cat, and I've written about it. Okay, well, it's been lovely talking to you,
Thank you.
and let's hope that we meet again, inshallah. Either who knows where, who knows when.
All right.
Thank you
very
very
much.
much.
Indeed. It was a pleasure for me.
Teşekkür.
Ben teşekkür ederim.